I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated your thoughts are never.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Set, hut, 15 on it, 15 on it. Oh, yeah, and here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a handoff looking right. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
26-yard line. Let's go now. 70 ending. 58 right there. Not here.
Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Ready to break. Hey, box shot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Silva. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Two-jet bombers. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Second and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike.
2nd and 11. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Right there in the middle, 55.
Here we go, let's bring it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to throw deep, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Throwing left side, it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to admit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. On first down, it's Lawrence. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases that they were able to exploit right there.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And a give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's the backup, Mariota. Throwing left side, it's complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lawrence. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught here by Adams. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On the return is Pettis. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota to throw it. Going up top. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Kill, kill, kill.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. To throw is Mariota. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready. 51. Go, go, go. Protein, spell. Smooth.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 1. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. One. Watch the slide.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
60 Pittsburgh. 6-6. Pull it high. He's crazy. He's ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown, Packers! A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. Back now at Ford Field.
It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter.
Recon, 132 fighter. Five. Big grip.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Keeps himself upright. Oh, fighting off the defender. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mariota. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
Oh, well, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
36.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
Don't get nervous.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. His throw incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mariota now looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he's got his man on the out route. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out. But for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.